Ursula here, and I'm introducing my friend Susan Busen. She is the author of 9 books, and it is on the top seller best list. And we have a new book coming out, so tell us about this book here.
Okay, this one is Bridging Medicine and Miracles, and I used the book to tell some stories about my own challenges and some of those challenges that other people have faced and how they've overcome them, looking at things from a new perspective. So basically looking at, maybe diet, environment, some things that people often don't think about that are in their food or their environment, such as technology, how that's affecting us. And then looking at some of the things revolving around mindset and spirituality and how we can heal based on belief and intuition and, listening to our inner voice.
Recently you have exposed me to your meter. So let's pull that out and show the viewers what this is and explain what this...
Okay, this meter measures radio frequency. There's a number of meters that do this. This one is good for cell phones and Wi-Fi and that sort of thing. There are things that are not picked up real well on this meter, but we can show, a demonstration of how much radiation you get when you're exposed to Wi-Fi, cell phones, wireless devices, printers, fitness bracelets, any of that sort of thing.
Okay, well, I hear some crackling noises now.
So that's picking up radiation. Actually, it's a lot. This is in, basically this scale should be 0.005 or less for a safe reading. You'd never want to sleep in an area that's more than 0.005. I normally keep my cell phone on airplane mode 24/7. And I have it on behind me just so we can do a little demonstration. And what I'll do is I'm going to send a text to this other phone that's on right behind me. And I'm going to clear this because it got as high as 12. So that's really way. Now it's 300, 1500.
Because I just turned this on.
Yep. So I'm sending this phone a text
Oh, that
right
was
now.
Siri right now, recording all of us. So Siri blasted that thing to the...
Off the meter.
Off the meter.
Yep. So it went to the upper limit. The highest this meter will read is 1,827,000 microwatts per square meter. And we exceeded that. We got to the highest level. There's a maximum number down here, which is 1827. So we went off the meter. We don't even know what that was, but it was way too high.
Well, we're filming with a cell phone. You've got this meter, and we have 2 other cell phones right here.
Right.
Now, part of the journey of why you started this book in the first place is that you're very sensitive to all of this radio frequency.
Yeah, I actually got very sick in the process of writing the book. I never intended to have anything on radio frequency because I didn't know anything about it when I started the book, but I got really sick and ended up spending 4 months in bed due to a total crash of health. And radio frequency.
Right.
So I had my cell phone, my cordless phones, my smart meter, all that stuff going on, around me all the time, and I had no idea it was harming me.
Okay. So let's turn these on. And go ahead and
clear the meter.
Clear the meter. Turn this on. And you're going to give this one a text, right?
Yep.
So this is the before the text. It's already high.
Yep. It usually peaks even before the text shows up.
Okay.
So I can tell a text is going to come in within a few seconds.
Okay.
Based on the meter.
And where did it go?
It went up to 8.74. So that's 8,740 microwatts.
Okay. I'm going to get these out of your frequency.
Thank you.
And we also did an experiment with the printer, because the printer has a Wi-Fi, like a Bluetooth feature on it. The printer was not receiving a Bluetooth signal, but just by being on, it was so high.
Exactly. Do you want me to turn this off?
Yeah, let's
Okay, we'll turn that off so we get rid of the noise there.
Okay, great. You have this one does electromagnetic fields.
Yes.
So this is an EMF. We also hear about EMFs.
Right. And a lot of people confuse the two. They think EMFs and that's everything. But radio frequency is different. So an EMF meter will not measure radio frequency.
And the EMF is just for electromagnetic.
Right.
Okay. So anything with a cord, you taught me, is going to give electromagnetic frequency.
Right.
So for instance, my heating blanket that I use at night, when it's turned on, it was registering. But if I heat the bed up, turn it off, it does not register.
Right. So there are actions you can take to, keep a lot of your technology and a lot of your electronic devices, but to be able to use them in a smarter way.
Great. Now let's move over to the microwave and show what that's all about.
Okay.
I'm going to do the microwave experiment. There's a cup of water in here. And we're going to turn this on to show what it's like before. Okay. And I'm going to turn, I don't even know how to work it. Start.
There you go. Oh, you have to set some time. It's good we don't even know how to work it because we never use it.
That's right.
Okay, so now it's off the meter. So we're going to get further and further away. Maybe you want to film it toward the meter?
Yep.
So we're about 12 feet away from the meter now, and we're still picking up a 19. Let's move back a little more. I mean, we're all the way in the other room, and we're getting a huge reading, 66, 36, 27. So as you can see, a microwave is not a safe device.
And film how far it is back there, you see?
That's bad.
So
Maybe you want to stop it.
Many people cook right in front of the microwave while it's happening, and look what's happening. Look what kind of frequency they're in.
Okay, so now she stopped, and you can see how the number dropped way off. And you can see there's a histogram here of the reading, and it dropped way off when she turned off the microwave. So we were really far back. We got as high as 619.
Awesome. So now you know the microwave story, and you have some tools. Let's move back over here. Okay. This is what Susan, let's move back here. So because of Susan's sensitivity to the radio frequencies and it's RI, right?
RF.
RF, so radio frequencies, which is radiation, basically. Mm-hmm. She's had to do some things, changing her lifestyle to protect herself from, can you imagine being on the modern day airplane where everyone's on their cell phone and there's a Wi-Fi available? So here she is sensitive to these fields, and she's in a container full of people using the Wi-Fi experience.
Right. So there are fabrics that are designed specifically to block some of the radiation. And it only blocks radiation from the areas that are covered. So like if I'm wearing a hoodie out of a special fabric, my face, the rest of my body is still being exposed. There are actually glasses that contain a metal mesh in the front. So these are only protecting my eyes and everything that's behind them, which is a pretty important part of your anatomy. But this works really good. My eyes will actually start burning when somebody's on their cell phone or if I'm in a Wi-Fi area. So these will help a lot with that. There's also fabric like this. This has a silver mesh in it that can go over things like a Wi-Fi router or areas that are, you want to protect. A baby's crib, perhaps, things like that. Because a lot of the devices we're using now are wireless, and it's really convenient. But if we have Bluetooth speakers and wireless baby monitors and all of that in our homes, we need to block off some areas where we're safe if we're going to use those things.
Great. And so you have a pair of gloves?
Yep. And this is just a glove that I can use if I need to use Wi-Fi, for instance, on my laptop. These are metal mesh as well, and they can be grounded here with this snap. But I can actually use them with the glove so that my hand is not getting so much radiation. Because distance is your friend. The farther you are away from the source of radiation, the better you are and the safer you are. And I think that more and more people are becoming sensitive to this. A lot of people are developing symptoms that they don't even know why they have the symptoms or that they have a sensitivity. They may be diagnosed with something as serious as lymphoma or leukemia. And even for me, it began when I had my smart meter installed. Until I figured this out for about a year, I couldn't sleep. I was up all night and waking up repeatedly throughout the night, and it ended up being from my smart meter.
Okay, so smart meters, people are, they're installing them in our homes without even asking us. Mm-hmm. So if you have a smart meter, if people are having symptoms, they can go back and see when their smart meter was involved into their home and if that's an equivalent. Also, I understand that people suffering from Lyme's disease, they have a more sensitivity to this consideration.
Yes, absolutely. And what's interesting is this condition, if you will, can actually make you more susceptible to other things because it really tears down your body. It affects your immune system, your gut, everything. So it makes you a little bit more susceptible to other things as well.
Whoa. And can you tell the viewers a little bit more about what's in the book?
Yep, there's sections on food, so essentially, what you need to avoid, things such as GMOs and food dyes and preservatives. So I break down a lot of different food things and what we need to avoid. The technology, of course, is one section, and then there's also things that you can do and that are missing components of healing that I found over, centuries have been lost in healing. So working as a healer and investigative health coach for nearly 20 years, I've seen a lot of people heal from things that medicine said they couldn't heal from. So I've kind of reverse engineered some of that healing and figured out why some people heal and others don't.
Excellent. Again, here's the book, Bridging Medicine and Miracles.
And it's being released February 22nd, 2018.
Great. You can order it on Amazon.
Yep.
It'll be a e-book.
It'll be an e-book and a print book, and you can also go to bridgingmedicineandmiracles.com.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.